Becoming a vicious head injury to defeat both Kerry Cabrero and Hot Stuff Stevie Knight to become the first Ultimate Wrestling Alliance champion. But once the match was won, the Anarchists still had to take care of some unfinished business. The Anarchist is the champion, and Steve Linsky has lost his meal ticket.
You want to see some heavy stuff? We're going to be here.
Hello and welcome to another UWA Wrestling Rampage. I'm Dan Belenka, and as we've just seen, we have a new Ultimate Wrestling Alliance champion. The Anarchist Doug Williams defeated Kerry Cabrero and Hot Stuff Stevie Knight in the Triple Trouble match before going on to fire his manager, Steve Linsky. Well, we'll hear from Steve Linsky a little later on in the program. Lots of action on the way. The TV title will be up for grabs when Phil Powers defends against Iron Mike Roberts. But right now, let's head straight down to ringside for tag team action.
Hi, welcome to UWA Wrestling Rampage. I'm Simon Bridlington, and joining me here is Stevie Morgan.
Hello Simon, it's a pleasure to be sat alongside you, I can tell you that, after being in the company of so many young Scottish whippersnappers. It's great to be joined by someone who's a veteran of the game, an old pro, if you don't mind me saying.
I don't mind at all, Steve. What a show we've got coming up for you today. We've got this great tag team match coming up right now. Also, Paul Sloan. And also, the UWA TV champion, Phil Powers, is going to be defending that title against Iron Mike Roberts. What do you think of that one?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Phil Powers get a long overdue butt kicking. And I think Iron Mike Roberts is just the man to do the job.
And their opponents are the London duo, Steve Morocco and Paul Terrell, weighing in the league 400 pounds. They are
Too Far Gone's just about right. They look like a pair of male strippers. Well, I've got to tell you, Mr. Bridlington, more importantly, I'm looking forward to hearing what Steve Linsky has got to say in the aftermath of the Anarchist sensationally giving him the flick last week. He is going to be allowed to say his piece here today on UWA Wrestling Rampage, and I, for one, can't wait.
Well, that's all still to come, but let's get back to tag team action. Too Far Gone facing Jody Flash and Jorge Castano.
Your Spanish is quite impressive.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
For a Yorkshireman, you wouldn't believe this. Viewers at home, I'm sat here. My co-commentator has got his whippet alongside him, which he's stroking throughout his commentary. I've never seen anything like it.
There we have great flip by Jody Flash there. I mean, these two tag teams obviously trying to get a shot at the tag team champions, the Death Squad. What do you think about that, Steve?
Well, undoubtedly, the Death Squad are quality champions, and what drove me mad was they had to go to such drastic measures because they weren't being given the recognition by the UWA. They weren't being given the chance to go for a title. They had to concoct their own belt.
As you could see there, Jody Flash just being flung onto Jorge Castano there. Steve Morocco in the ring now, and he's taking charge. Great clothesline. What a clothesline. We can see who the powerhouse is in Too Far Gone. Into the ropes. What an uppercut. European uppercut there, Steve.
Jorge Castano sounds like some Puerto Rican car dealer. What's he doing in the ring?
Well, he's here to wrestle, Steve, obviously.
Well, I haven't seen him do too much. Wallop.
Just think Steve Morocco is going to be a little bit too powerful there for Jorge Castano. There's a great size difference between these two tag teams who are both working their way to get a tag team title shot. And in my opinion, it's these guys, Too Far Gone, who are going to get the shot. I mean, just look at Too Far Gone. Huge frog splash there. Yeah, as I was saying, just look at Too Far Gone. They're an accomplished tag team, Steve, and the fans just don't take to them in the same way as they take to the flamboyant Death Squad.
Quite simple, my friend. The tiny girls make that bit of difference.
Springboard off the top rope there. Beautiful move, beautiful move. And he's going for a cover. 1, 2, no, kick out at 2, Steve. Close call there. Jody sent, no, reversal.
Oh no, what's this?
Great move by Jody Flash there. He goes for the cover.
Well, someone's getting revved up and it ain't just Jody Flash. What the hell is that? Did someone book a taxi?
Jody on the top
The
strand
Death
there.
Squad have got their own minicap firm. What's going on?
Oh! Nearly went for it there, but got powerbombed in the process. What are the Death Squad doing here? What are the Death Squad doing here? Steve, I don't know what's going on here, but I think something is about to go down. We can't see what's going on because the Death Squad...
Well, even I don't know what they're up to, but I certainly can tell you this.
Too far gone. Oh,
it's
hitting
a
the
lovely
finishing
piece of
move
machinery
there.
they've got.
Referee, 1, 2. Oh my! I don't believe it. Iron Duke just. I don't know what's going on here. Picks up the referee.
Yes, I've been wanting to see that ref get a beating for ages.
But now they're concentrating on the knee. What a move. Brings in Jody here. What's he going for? Powerbomb. Huge powerbomb.
These boys are a law unto themselves, and the ref should know that. You can't mess with the Death Squad. You don't quibble with what they're doing.
The referee Tiger Moon over the top rope there. Something has got to be done.
Too
about the
far
Death Squad.
gone there, just looking shocked. They know they are in the presence of greatness
Iron
here.
Duke ready to press slam Jody here.
Jody, look at it.
Oh! Right on top of Jorge Castano there. Pandemonium going on here. Huge powerbomb on the referee.
Yeah, but he was asking for it. This is sensational. I don't think we've seen anything like this for quite a while, and thank God.
This match was boring. I'm bored. He's bored. There are just not enough opponents in the Ultimate Wrestling Alliance that are big enough for any match for the Death Squad. I am sick and tired of absolutely no competition whatsoever. I'll be going when I'm ready to go. We demand more matches and more viable matches, bigger lads than these two, and better than the first two we had. Then we'll be back to do some more work.
The Iron Duke's absolutely... Hello, ladies. Hello. The Iron Duke is absolutely right. This match was boring. I was falling asleep. Your Whippet was fast asleep. He wasn't enjoying it. And he is right. There is no competition in the UWA to equal the greatness of the Death Squad. You know it. I know it. The people at home know it. They are the business. Hello, ladies.
Well, the self-proclaimed tag team champions, the Death Squad, not happy with the competition they're receiving here in the UWA, now taking to invading other people's matches. Certainly Jody Flash will be looking for a new tag team partner, and we'll keep you updated as that situation develops. Still to come, right here in the hour, Phil Powers defends the UWA television title against Iron Mike Roberts. Right now, however, we're going back to ringside, where we're going to see the man who was trained by Phil Powers, Paul Sloan.
And here he comes, it's Bully Boy Briggs there. What a guy this is.
Wrestling
resplendent in leather.
And weighing at 220 pounds, please welcome Bully Boy Briggs.
Not very popular with the crowd, Steve.
I can't work that out. He's a lovely man, caring, kind, sensitive. He actually writes poetry, don't you know? And he is much maligned, very misunderstood.
Yes, but I think the person that people are waiting to see has to be Phil Powers' protege,
Oh.
Paul Sloan. We can hear the music. Can mean only one thing. Ready or not, here he comes.
With that bold head, he's got an unfair advantage because I tell you, the lights are positioned in such a way that it reflects off of his scalp and then blinds his opponent. What's he got on, an apron? Has he been cooking or something?
He hasn't got an apron on, Steve, but he's in the ring and he's ready for business.
He can do all the housework in the world he wants to do, but Bully Boy Briggs, I think, is going to teach him a wrestling lesson here, something that his
Huge
protege,
backdrop.
Phil Powers, has never done.
With a huge clothesline to follow. And another one! Oh dear me, Bully Boy Briggs is going to have his work cut out for him today against the hugely talented Paul Sloan. And Bully Boy complaining already. He's been in the ring 2 minutes and all he can do is walk round and complain to this crowd.
Not at all, he's a sportsman.
I don't think sportsman's a word for him, but I've got to say this. Coming up soon is the big match, Phil Powers versus Iron Mike Roberts for the UWA TV Championship. And I'm sure Paul's going to be wishing him 100% luck. What a shoulder dive there, tackle, cover, 1, 2, 3. He's done it, Steve.
I can't believe it. Let's just take another look at that, actually, because if you blinked, you would have missed it.
Huge shoulder tackle dive there. Sends Bully Boy Briggs hurtling to the canvas.
Is that legal?
I'm sure it is, Steve.
2, 3.
There's the 3 count, and there's your winner.
Well, I think Bully Boy Briggs is quibbling here because he's not actually sure if Paul Sloan's won it by foul means.
Foul means not, I'm afraid. You look up in the wrestling book, that is a legitimate wrestling move. Bully Boy Briggs, not happy at all. Bully Boy Briggs is not happy at all. But there you have it. Phil Powers' protege, Paul Sloan.
Well, I think we can grab a quick word with Paul Sloan.
Well, the crowd is absolutely, you can't hear a thing. I can just make out Paul saying he's wishing his mentor 100% the best of British luck.
Well, that match, of course, coming up here on UWA Wrestling Rampage. So stay tuned for what should be a belter.
Paul Sloan there, undoubtedly he'll be 100% behind his mentor, Phil Powers, when he takes on Iron Mike Roberts for the UWA television title right here on this programme. Up next, however, it's Big Papa T. Closer and closer to that television title match between Phil Powers and Iron Mike Roberts. Of course, the UWA title was won last week by the anarchist Doug Williams, who immediately afterwards fired his manager, Steve Linsky.
No contracts, no commitments, no authority. It's going to be anarchy in the UWA.
Well, Steve Linsky has asked for and been granted the following time to respond.
Well, here he comes, Steve. It's your main man, Steve Linsky.
Well, I'm just glad he has been allowed this time to speak because he brought the anarchists up from nothing. I can't believe these boos, these shameless people here, pagans in this wrestling crowd. He brought the anarchists up from nothing and then he rejected him the minute he got that title, and it was shameful.
Well, he's got his chance now. Let's hear what Steve Linsky has to say.
I understand you have something to say. Listen to me. Listen to me good. Doug Williams, you treat me with utter contempt. I can't believe the way you treated me. Revenge is on its way. Shut your mouth!
That's right, shut up! Shut up!
When I speak, you listen! It seems to me, for me to get my revenge on you, Doug Williams, I've got to get a shot at your title. Which brings me to my next subject. Danny Royale. You seem to be the only person that is standing in my way at the moment. Well, I've got some news for you. I have what I can only describe as a monster. So Danny Royal, if you can hear me, you better come out here, because I have something I want to ask you.
Well, Steve, I don't even know if Danny Royal is scheduled to be here.
Well, he's got the nerve to face Linsky.
100% British beef, Danny Royal. You don't impress me, but I need you to get a shot at the Anarchist. So my proposition is simple. Have you got the guts to take on my man? Are you really 100% British beef, or are you just full of bull?
Insults there.
Each and every person in this building today knows that there is only one big man, and it's Danny Royal. Yeah? Now, I'm not going to go in the habit of doing you any favours. I don't particularly like you, and I don't particularly like what you stand for. But one thing is real simple. The British beef, Danny Royal, does not duck any challenge. Whether they be 14 stone or 24 stone, you bring them on and I will beef bomb through the middle of that ring. So you want to get it on with your monster? Let's get it on. Your monster's number is up.
Well, the challenge has been accepted by Danny Royal there, but why? Why he has to do this, I don't know. Danny Royal has won his title shot fair and square. I don't think he should be coached in putting it against Steve
You
Linsky.
can't keep a good man down. The Linsky's back.
Steve Linsky there with a challenge that has been accepted by Danny Royal. Did you notice, however, that Steve Linsky did not say who he was going to be bringing to the ring to face Danny Royal for that title shot? As for the anarchist Doug Williams, well, so far the UWA champion has refused all requests for interview. Back to tonight, however, and it's another man of few words, Big Papa T.
Welcome back, folks. Here we have the Stomper. What do you think of this guy, Steve?
Well, he's dressed up for it. I think his scalp has been freshly shaved, and he'll be looking to claim a scalp in that ring today. But has he got it?
I don't know. He's on against your man, Big Papa T.
The minute I hear that Papa T music, you know, I get a tingle down my spine. And all you can do is just dance your little butt off.
You can dance your butt off as much as you like, Steve. But here comes the lovely Rebecca, and we know who's behind her.
Accompanied by Rebecca Big Papa T.
Yeah, baby!
And the crowd is going absolutely nuts. They just love Big Papa T.
How can you not love him? In fact, underneath that mask, you know, I think he's got a grin as broad as your behind.
Oh, look at them signs there for Big Papa T.
Respect him!
They all love him. Haven't seen anything of this Stomper guy, but I don't fancy his chances much against Big Papa T.
Well, he's a big, strong-looking guy, though. There's no doubt about that. The Stomper looks mean, but as you and I well know, anything can happen here on UWA Wrestling Rampage. Just cast your mind back to what we've seen. We've seen Steve Linsky throw down the gauntlet to Danny Royal, his new wrestler. The monster will be unleashed here next week. We've seen the Death Squad interrupt that match between Jody Flash, Jorge Castano and Too Far Gone and start kicking them and throwing them about the ring. It's unbelievable what we've seen. So, just to answer your point, and I hate to interrupt you when you're eating a bread and dripping sandwich, anything can happen.
Thank you there, Steve. Yes, anything can happen in the UWA. And the Stomper, he's backing away. Huge body check, huge! Papa T may just be too powerful for the Stomper. Splash him down. Huge leg drop. And think coming, yes, maybe setting him up for, yes, a Boston Crab. That's it, he submit. Don't believe it.
But now you try and move, Papa T. The man is like a coiled mamba.
He just won't move. Look at the size of this guy's arms. I don't think anybody's going to be able to remove him, Steve. This is the one big problem that UWA officials have with this guy, Big Papa T.
Look at him, he hates being shifted.
Oh my God, and everyone's out of there.
Ruined. Oh, Stompy, you want to run, boy?
The winner, Big Papa T.
And now if we're lucky, yeah, they know it. We're going to be treated to the Papa T wiggle. Yeah, baby.
And they like what they see. Well, he doesn't.
Drop of that sad bloke. Get a life. Brain dead, obviously. Look at this guy. They love him.
Look at that sign. Big Papa T. They love him. Coming up, Steve, the big match. It's Phil Powers, the UWA TV champion. He's getting ready to take on Iron Mike Roberts.
Well, I can tell you, Phil Powers cannot move his fang like Papa T can. And I think we have got a serious fight on our hands here, because I think it's been a long time coming. But I think eventually today here on UWA Wrestling Rampage, we are going to see Phil Powers get his pretty little butt kicked. And I can't wait for it. And I can't wait till the next time I see Papa T.
So Big Papa T continues to dance his way through the UWA, but don't go away, because up next it's that television title match. Phil Powers takes on Iron Mike Roberts.
Hi, this is Paul Martin with this week's UWA Wrestling Rampage update. We're now only 2 weeks away from the start of the summer tour of Blackpool Ice Arena on Sunday 18th of July. As we now know, the winner of last week's Triple Trouble match and UWA heavyweight champion, the anarchist Doug Williams, will be defending that title on the Blackpool bill. However, with his ex-manager Steve Linsky luring official challenger Danny Royal into another title elimination bout against his monster, we no longer know who the anarchist's opponent will be on the 18th. Suffice to say that Steve Linsky will no doubt be looking for any means with which to place his money-grabbing paws on the UWA Championship belt. The UWA TV Championship will also be on the line that night, but with reigning champion Flying Phil Powers defending that title later in this very show against Mike Roberts, we have no idea who will be defending champion on the night. Likewise, Self-proclaimed tag team champions, the Death Squad, having made one official defense of the title, will also be defending their crowns should the pursuing pack not put the Death Squad where they belong, 6 feet under. Other UWA wrestling stars on the July the 18th card and the following 3 Sunday events include Big Papa T, Mad Dog McPhee, The Anarchist, Doug Williams, Kerry Cabrero, and Hot Stuff Stevie Knight. So to be at the Blackpool Ice Arena on Sunday 18th of July to witness the defense of all 3 UWA Championship titles, call the ticket hotline now on 01253 341 707. And finally, don't forget that for the latest news, views and behind-the-scenes information on the Ultimate Wrestling Alliance, call the UWA Premium Rate Information Line on 0660 020 009. I'll be back with another update next week.
Roberts versus Flying Phil Powers. But unannounced here, Jody Flash is coming down to ringside. I think he's got something to say.
What does he think he's doing?
Well, I think it's got something to do with the Death Squad gate crashing his match.
Death Squad. You want to play with big, bad bullies? You want to beat up on people hard to the sides? Well, let me tell you something. Better listen up right now, because I'm going to tell you how it is. I've got another tag team partner, and he's in the dressing room, and he's bigger than you, and he's better than you, and he's talking a bit to get a piece of you. We're going to march down the aisle. We're going to tear your ass up. Pin you. 1, 2, 3. Take your titles and leave. And that's just the way it is. Thank you, and good night.
Well, Jody Flash there making an announcement. As he's just said, he has a unknown tag team partner.
I tell you what, that young man has bitten off more than he can chew. And unless he's got one hell of an arsenal behind him, he'll never beat the Death Squad.
Jody Flash clearly upset at his treatment at the hands of the Death Squad earlier tonight. They've injured his partner. He's issued a challenge to the Death Squad, saying that he'll find himself a new partner and face them for the tag team titles. Right now, let's go over to the Death Squad to hear their reaction.
How do you feel about Jody challenging you for your own Death Squad, though?
Well, girls, I think...
we'll send you out to wrestle them.
Yeah. You can do the job yourselves here.
Oh, good. Give him the spanking.
No, we accept the challenge. We accept the challenge.
It's just one of those things. It's time for us to go to work and him to go to school.
Brilliant.
We accept the challenge. Yeah, if we can be bothered to go down to the ring.
He has a surprise for us, anyhow. We don't know who's coming, so...
I hope he's a bit bigger than him.
Yeah, he's a good lad. It's another one we admire him, you know. He's taking the challenge, so we can't knock him, but...
No, well, we can. Well, we will.
Watch us. We'll be there. Here we go.
So there's the answer. Next week, Jody Flash and a mystery partner will take on the Death Squad, or the Tiny Girls, for the UWA Tag Team titles. Back to tonight, however, and it's the television title that's up for grabs. Phil Powers will defend against Iron Mike Roberts.
And here he comes. It's Iron Mike Roberts.
Don't let us down, Mike.
6 feet 2, weighing 264 pounds. Here's Mike Roberts.
What a huge man this is. I've got to really think Phil Powers has got his work cut out for him tonight.
Well, just look at him. He's a beast of a man. And Phil Powers looks like Norman Wisdom compared to him.
And the moment and the 20,000 that comes to us from Bangalore, London, standing by the candy back to high flying 195 pounds. Please welcome the UWA Television Champion, Phil Powers.
Well, Phil Powers making his way to the ring there with the UWA TV title, and he's sort of taunting Mike Roberts there, showing him it. I don't think he should be taunting him that much. Look at the size of Mike Roberts. Phil really has got his work cut out for him, Steve. I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. He's got one hell of a match on his hands.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me. Because Mike Roberts is like a hornet's nest. And if he prods him too much, he's going to get stung.
Phil trying to rile the crowd up there. Crowd getting behind Phil Powers. They really, really love this guy.
And some of them look as though they need livening up.
Just pushed Phil Powers back there from the link-up. This guy is so powerful, it is unbelievable. Over 300 pounds of brute strength. Slap round the face. The whole arena could hear that slap. Kick to the mid-shot. Neck breaker. And Mike Roberts has come out of there. Just rolled out the ring there. He had enough. Phil Powers, huge through the ropes. What a dive there. Takes Mike Roberts down. Phil throws back. Yeah, this is why Phil Powers is the UWA television champion. Oh my, huge sunset flip there. But Mike's got his hands on the ropes. Let's take another look at that dive from the top rope there. Huge dive through the ropes there, takes Mike Roberts down. And here we go, that beautiful sunset flip off the top rope there. Absolutely fantastic. Mike Roberts here, back in control.
I think what he's done, he's just lulled Powers into a false sense of security. And now, the little boy who's playing grown-up games here is going to feel the wrath of the big man.
I don't think Phil's going to quit from that.
Well, he's screaming! He's screaming there!
Screaming he may be, but I think he's just trying to get this crowd right back behind Phil Powers. And as we can hear the crowd start, and Phil's out of there. This is what Phil, great mat technician. Beautiful arm wringer there into the wrist lock. And look at that, I can't believe it. Oh, oh.
Now that was dirty. Now that was dirty. Powers, you're a disgrace to the sport.
Yeah, there you go. You see Mike Roberts using that veteran experience there, trying to break the hold by. Oh! As I was saying there, Steve, yeah, and look, Mike Roberts back in control there. But I was saying, as a veteran, Mike knows all the tricks. As you see, thought he got into a bit of trouble. And a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out.
That was the real thing there from Mike Roberts. And then Powers, playing dirty, kicked him.
Well, I'm surprised at that. I have never, ever seen Phil trying to get the crowd up here. Come on, Phil. He was. I have never seen Phil Powers play dirty. Oh. Misses with a clothesline. Baseball slide. What a drop kick. Sends Mike Roberts flying. And this is why they call him the Flyer, Phil Powers. Up on the top strand. Waiting for something here. Huge drop kick. Huge drop kick. Phil Powers must have gone all the way over that ring there. Beautiful, beautiful drop kick from the top rope there.
Well, this isn't over by any means yet. And I've got to tell you that Mike Roberts has still got a lot of fight. He doesn't look it, but there he goes!
Dear me!
Make sure you join us for more after this. Welcome back to UWA Wrestling Rampage, and whilst you were away, Phil Powers has been taking a serious beating outside the ring, and Iron Mike Roberts is back on top.
Yes, this is right. Iron Mike Roberts taking control of the match. As you can see, Huge suplex back in there. Doesn't let Phil get in the ring. He brings him in. As you know, Steve, this is for the UWA TV title. Referee Tiger moving in there, letting Mike Roberts know he's got to let Phil Powers get up there, but he's straight back onto the nerve hold there. This
the
takes
TV
a lot
title,
out
of course, if I may interrupt you there, Mr. Brewington, which Powers won fairly simply. And to be honest, he's got a point to prove here, because he needs to go up against opposition such as Mike Roberts in a tough match and prove that he is a worthy champion.
Huge backdrop, huge backdrop there.
Who got lucky.
Well, this is it. I think this is what Phil thinks. He thinks he has a point to prove. As you know, he was 7th into the tournament for the TV title, but he beat Chris Daniels, was the last person to be dispatched over the top rope, and Phil was your winner. But he does think deep down he's something to prove, and I think the best way to prove that is to go against a huge man like Mike Roberts.
Yeah, but if he loses the title in the process, who's better off? And I really think he's going to lose that belt.
I don't believe that, Steve. I actually saw there one of the pads taken down. Just a 2 count there. Phil went for the cover, but as I say, look at that. Backslide, back to back there. But where's the referee? 1, 2, 2 count. Little rake to the eyes there. And look at this. Mike Roberts, the veteran he is taking advantage while the referee's putting the pad back up.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bridlington. You haven't got an idea of the game, have you?
Well, let's just say Mike Roberts knows what he's doing in there. He knows when the referee...
Of course he knows what he's doing. Of course he knows what he's doing, because he's not a child like Phil Powers.
What I'm trying to elaborate to you, Steve...
Well, I wish you would elaborate.
...is that Mike Roberts is a veteran of the game. He knows when to do things, when the referee's not around.
What? Do what? Give me an example. He's fighting fairly there, as you can see.
Well, the thing is, as soon as the referee's back's turned, you know Mike Roberts will be up to no good.
Bridlington, you don't know what you're talking about. You get excited if you go into a house and there's an indoor privy.
I don't know. It doesn't look good here. No, I actually thought Phil Powers was out for the count there, but here he goes, trying to get the crowd behind him.
He's starting with that hand clap. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. He wants them all to join in a sing-song. Is he there to fight, or is he there to clap and dance about?
It's like I've said before, you never can count out Phil Powers. Elbows to the stomach there, and another huge one, and another one. Several elbows there going in. Ducks the clothesline, ducks the back elbow, but a huge backdrop there. Oh, and I think Phil's hurt his back there going over for that one. And Mike Roberts, again, the veteran he is, just takes over. He's just keeping Phil down. He's not letting him get up. And Phil outside the ring now, but Mike should know he cannot win a title. He needs Phil to get back into the ring. You cannot win a title by count out. Oh! Phil trying to get back in the ring there, but Mike Roberts doesn't seem to want him to get back in there. I don't understand this.
He's playing a waiting game. Mike Roberts knows he has to be patient, and he will fall into his trap.
Yes, but look at that! Look at that! You can only do it so many times! Come on, Phil! Oh! Sits down, almost crushing the chest of Phil Powers there. I don't know how much more Phil can take.
At the end of the day, the over-exuberance of Powers...
Huge sidewalk slam there. And a cover! 1, down 2! Oh! Kick out! Oh! 2.5 there. 2.5. Phil barely able to kick out there, but being the champion that he is, he did kick out. And
Well,
Mike...
I would actually question the refs counting there, because to me that was 3.
Well,
I'm sure 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Anyone can count like that. I think the ref needs to go back to school.
oh, and again another slam to the canvas, and another goal. 1, 2, and again Phil barely kicking out. Modified choke slammer. Let's see that again. Mike sends Phil into the ropes. Huge slam there. And we can see this is slow motion. Phil's neck.
I think we can safely say, Bridlington, that Phil Powers' reign as the UWA TV champion is coming to an end. It is coming to an end. This is history being made once again here on the UWA.
Well, I've got to say, Mike Roberts may pin Phil Powers for the UWA title, but Phil Powers will never, ever submit. Oh! Bit of a low blow. Into the corner, sends him in for a huge posting there, rolling thunder into the corner there. Oh, drop kick onto the back of his head there. I think that snapped Mike's neck slightly. Picks him up. No, cover! Cover! 1, 2, 3, no! Just kicked out. Just kicked out there. The referee was a 2 3/4 there. We really thought that Phil Powers had lost that title there, but he just, and I mean just, kicked out in the nick of time.
Talk about by the skin of his teeth. It's
Mike,
all over, Powers. Accept it.
Mike Roberts there, working on the arm of Phil Powers there. But it's like I've said, I don't think Phil will ever submit.
Wow, Mike Roberts, I've got nothing but admiration for this guy. He is a monster. And whilst we're on the subject of monsters, I wonder who Steve Linsky has got in store to unleash here next week on UWA Wrestling Rampage. I can't wait.
No, I know you can't wait. You're really anticipating next week's matchup there. And Phil, onto the ropes there. Flips over. Reverses the hold. Here we go. Sends Mike Roberts in. Huge backdrop there. Huge backdrop. And a huge drop kick there. Sends Mike crashing to the ground there. And he goes for the slam. Can you believe that? Mike Roberts, over 300 pounds, was slammed by Phil Powers. Huge body block there. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. You can bring them as big as you want and as hard as you want. But at the end of the day, here he is, your TV champion, flying Phil Powers. What an amazing match that was, Steve. Amazing.
He was lucky to retain that belt in that contest. Iron Mike Roberts gave him a run for his money, and I still think he was denied a victory that should have been awarded to him. But Powers knows it, and even the people in the audience clapping, they know at the end of the day he was lucky to retain it. But retain it, he has done.
Phil has proved his point yet again. He's wanted to prove his point, and he's done that today. Phil Powers, your TV champion.
Phil Powers retains the UWA television title. Congratulations, Phil. Please join us next week when 2 huge mysteries will be solved. Who will Steve Linsky bring to the ring to face Danny Royal for that UWA title shot? And who will be Jody Flash's mystery partner? We'll find out next week.